Hey, crypto family. So it looks like today Bitcoin hasn't been doing too much. It seems like it's been hovering between that $6,400 to $6,500 level. So hopefully we can break above to the upside. But I'll go over that analysis in a minute. But looking at Ethereum, it continues to decline a lot more than the other altcoins. It's down 5.73% to $217. I believe it got to a low of $200. But again, most of the altcoins are down anywhere from 1 to 5%. So we have Dash out 4.7%, which is good. Hopefully some people are holding that. And then Dogecoin seems to be coming back up 12%. So, there are some altcoins that are rising right now, but again, most of the altcoins are in the red. Looking at the chart for Bitcoin, so you can see that it had almost like a dead cat bounce from its fall that it had. But, since then it declined some more, but it's been steadily rising again. So what we're looking at right now, from where it's fallen to, I'm looking to maintain that $6,300 level, and then hopefully we can have a retest of this 200-day moving average. So we're on a 4-hour chart here, and this 200-day is about $6,600 to $6,700. So hopefully we can come up and at least retest this. Hopefully break through it and then come closer to the $6,800 level, which is the 128-day moving average, and then come closer to this 50-day moving average, which is $7,000. So again, it's going to be a slow and steady climb. Now, again, we could fall down, move to the downside, which a lot of people are thinking we might do. So always set your stops because this thing could turn at any moment. If it does go to the downside, then we're going to be looking at about $6,000 to $6,100 here. And then if it continues to fall, then again, we're going to be looking at more of that $5,800 level that has been the strong support over the past year. So again, we're gonna have to keep watching that and see if we can maintain those support levels. But with that, let's go over some news articles. So it's a news article by Crypto Coin News, and it talks about Ripple. Their general counsel departs cryptocurrency firm amid class action dispute over XRP. So basically, if you haven't known, Ripple's in a lot of lawsuits lately. A lot of clients are suing because they lost money in the currency over the the drops it's had over the past 8 months. But they just said their top lawyer at cryptocurrency startup Ripple has left the company. A spokesperson confirmed to Crypto Coin News on Friday. Brindley Lear, who joined the San Francisco-backed blockchain company in November 2016 as the firm's general counsel and has served in that role in the nearly 2 years since, is no longer with the organization. Lear's departure from Ripple was first reported by Quartz. And it says in a statement by Ripple, the blockchain firm was grateful for her work at the company. And basically what it says here is that the choice was mutual. And, I don't know what happened, but apparently, they left. And now it says the spokesperson did not respond to an inquiry about whether Lear's departure would have any impact on the legal battle. However, as Hack reported in July, the company has hired a heavyweight to oversee its case that XRP is not a security. Mary Jo White, the former chair of the Security and Exchange Commission, the agency that determines whether an asset should be regulated as a security by the federal government. So them hiring Mary Jo White, again, she's a heavyweight and she was the former chair of the SEC, so that's huge. I think it's really good for Ripple. They're probably just getting the best players they can right now since they are going to be preparing for these lawsuits. I want to make sure they have the best players available. Now, I don't know why they changed from Lear, but, it was mutual. So who knows? Maybe there's some stuff that they were doing that, Ripple didn't like. So, but there's just something to keep in mind. And, again, hopefully Ripple can battle through their lawsuits and it won't really affect them. Now, second article, I don't want to be biased one side or the other, so I'm presenting both sides. This article by Fox News, and it says Iran, North Korea, and Venezuela turning to cryptocurrencies to bypass U.S. sanctions, experts warn. So this could be seen as some FUD article, but again, this is real life here, and since the U.S. is putting a lot of sanctions on these countries, basically starting to use cryptocurrencies now. So the positive side of that is there is more volume coming into cryptocurrencies if they do decide to dabble in them. But again, it's never good press or news to have this, these three countries, which, tend to be, you could say, enemies, for lack of a better word, but, them kind of using them for their various activities or just as a way to bypass the sanctions, and a way of not, being traced per se. But, basically it just says that towards the end here, it says, regulation in this area has to move carefully if we are able to balance liberties with guarding against threats to our security, but the time has come to deny extremists the space they need online to plan fresh atrocities. So basically, it's they're just saying, you have to walk a fine line here when we do regulate cryptocurrencies, and kind of just trying to make it to where, it's harder for these entities to gain access, or just maybe some way to trace them. I don't know what they're thinking, but the truth is, with a lot of stuff, it's just hard to control anything really. So it's just something I want to bring up, and could be negative news for the future, something that may come up, or something that may come up, for future regulations, but just something to keep an eye on with this. And last but not least, it was an article by Bitcoinist, and it says Bitcoin price will bounce back despite recent slump, trader says. So they're talking to CNBC, and this guy Brian Studlin says he shared his position on the current state of Bitcoin. According to the crypto trader, the world's largest cryptocurrency is going to surge back up to $7,250 in September. Now, this is a bold prediction to say that Bitcoin's going to shoot up that high. And it says, he quoted, "I'm looking at the September futures contract and I'll be willing to buy it. Actually, at this point, 6450 is my level, looking for that September futures contract to trade up to 7250 on the CBOE futures contract with a stop out at 5950. And basically, he talks about Goldman Sachs' article with some of the FUD that caused the drop, but then recently they said, the article is fake news. And he also says, I would say forget about those guys. Bitcoin was made to transact off the deposits of bank sheets. We don't need them in that sense. I'd be looking for it to be moving back higher. So this guy, he's pretty confident that Bitcoin's going to move to the upside. And he also mentions here that, which is something I do agree with, that he says is it's going to take some time for Bitcoin to reach all-time highs again. And basically saying we're still in the early stages of the bottoming process after reaching all-time highs in late December 2017. Now, he said it's going to take a year or more for prices to bottom out. I don't think we're going to take that long. I think it's going to take maybe another month or two, and then we're going to see the bottom for Bitcoin, which between 5,000 to 5,500. And he says he also says that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some of the leaders will stay, but a lot of altcoins out there will go. So meaning like go to zero, which I definitely agree with. There's 1,500 altcoins on CoinMarketCap or more, and almost over 2,000 actually. And I don't see a lot of them surviving, because we already see a lot of these altcoins are already really close to zero. I mean, if you look at the ones, the altcoins that are ranked 1,500 or so, I mean, they're already really close to zero. And again, with Bitcoin declining like it is and not really kind of drawing it out slowly, then it makes it easier for altcoins to reach zero and bottom out. So just something to keep in mind, but I want to provide some positive news too. So there are arguments for both sides on if we're going to go to the upside or continue downward like we have been. So again, just keep your stops. Don't invest more than you're willing to lose, and always take profits accordingly. So with that, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Till next time, thanks for watching. Hey, crypto family. So it's good to see we've had a rally today. If you want to call it a relief rally, a dead cat bounce, whatever you're thinking, at least it is a rally.